Hey, what's up, guys? And what's up, Sussex Squad? Listen, I had to make a third video about what's going on between Harry, Meghan, the Chase, Doria, Archie. If you guys don't know, I have a Sussex playlist. Please go watch the old videos, but I'll catch you guys up really quick. It's absolute bonkers. Just scenes, right? Harry and Meghan were chased by paparazzi. 12 cars, motorcycles, scooters for over an hour and a half. Even Harry's security detail says that they were trying to get Archie and Lilibeth's location. Now, there's a lot that can be said about that, but I think one of the weirdest things that's coming out that no one's talking about is how come the royal palace is deathly silent, and how come the three major newspapers that makes their bread and butter off of whether Meghan wears like red nail polish, chips a pinky toe, whether Harry has butter and scones or toast in his California mansion, is deadly quiet about one of the biggest incidents to have. We're also going to talk about the security's first-hand tip and the taxi driver that appeared on the Piers Morgan show to say he didn't think Harry and Meghan were in any danger. Y'all, let's get into this because it needs to be said. First of all, just to let you know, Piers Morgan and those English channels do pay for interviews. This is why Meghan's father has sold her out. This is why Samantha Markle, besides hating Meghan's guts, has sold her out. And this could be why the cab driver is now saying what he is saying, because they gave a hefty monetary payment. But more than that, why are the tabloids so silent about this? Why is Buckingham Palace so silent about this? You guys, let's get into it, okay? And we're just going to keep this really quick. There is a whole Royals playlist, and I did 2 long videos that really go into depth into all the nuance. But we're going to break out the way now why all these royal channels are coming out and saying that Harry and Meghan are lying and are doing this for attention, even though the mayor of New York has confirmed what they said. The NYPD has confirmed what they said. Their security, which are former Secret Service officers, have confirmed what they're saying. Side note, if I was Harry and Meghan, I would be fining all my security because this is what I pay you guys millions of dollars a year to do. And you guys put me in a taxi. The only people that aren't confirming what they're saying are the 3 biggest tabloids, who coincidentally had pictures up on their website, then snatched them down immediately before Harry even released any information. And we're also going to talk about the way people are saying that these type of things, these weird, menacing, terrifying things have been happening to Harry and Meghan for a while, but Harry's been keeping quiet. More importantly, let's also talk about the series of unfortunate events. Talk about it. Harry and Meghan came to New York with their mom, Doria, to accept an award. They came in secret. No one knows where they were staying. However, people did know that Meghan was accepting an award. The night before, so before people knew Doria was with Meghan, there was an intruder in Meghan's house. That man was arrested. Charges were filed. Now, again, Meghan has a whole security detail. Why are people getting through? But I don't want to victim blame because it's what happened, right? I think a lot of times what we do is we're so used to watching the Bourne Identity, you know, the Thomas Crown Affair, all this other stuff. Thomas Crown Affair, that was the movie. Loved it, right? They're so used to watching all this stuff that we think that anybody that is trained is like an intricate machine. Hi-ya! When the truth of the matter is, life is chaotic. When ish goes down, it is a combination of skill, but also a combination of just plain luck. That little incidents do not grow up into bigger ones. Also, in my opinion, I think they were sending a message. I think they were meant to terrify Harry, Meghan, and Doria. Doria was shaken and terrified from this incident. I think it was meant to trigger Harry's PTSD and taunt. Think about it. Your house gets broken into the day before. Well, a intruder that was trying to break in the night before in New York. Unprecedented level of paparazzi. If you guys are not from the New York area, I will 100% tell you what happened to Harry and Meghan is Unprecedented. And New York gets every big, famous, huge, colossal people 20 times more famous and 20 times more important than Harry and Meghan. And we have never seen anything like that. Okay? So much that the mayor had to make a comment. Now, I know there are derangers out there, Sussex Squad, saying the mayor's lying, the police chief is lying. Everybody is always lying for Harry and Meghan. But could it be that they're actually telling the truth? And that cab driver on the Piers Morgan show, well, at best, he only had a third of the story. At worst, he was earning his ticket. Okay? But let's get into this about what's happened. So that gets broken into. Then the next day, you have this paparazzi unprecedented fiasco. Okay? And you're set to testify against one of the world's richest men, Rupert Murdoch. And you're also bringing back down one of the oldest institutions of colonialist racism. People say for a lot less, a lot more happened to Harry's mother. It's always a joke until things happen. But I digress. Let's get into this. What we know so far, right? First of all, there is a paparazzi. Not the paparazzi. Let's talk about the statement from the cab driver, because this is actually very, very interesting, okay? The cab driver said, I don't think I would call it a chase. This is when he was in a paid interview with Piers Morgan. I never felt like I was in danger. It wasn't like a car chase in a movie. They were quiet and seemed scared. But it's New York. It's safe. There's more than that. I'm not done. Because that's what everybody wants to quote. Okay? Now, he said, but get to what he says in the next paragraph. He said they were pursued by two vehicles, a black Honda Accord and an older gray Honda CRV. They kept following us and they were coming next to the car. They took pictures as we stopped and were filming us. So you're saying in New York City, and mind you, he was on a one-way street, which was one lane. These cars were following them and at one point got right beside him. So you're admitting that they were on the sidewalk. Because in New York City, it's one-way, one-lane street. You can't even pass a car unless they pull over all the way to the side. It's only room for one way, one lane. So for them to get by you, you're admitting that they had to go on the sidewalk. This corresponds with what Harry and Meghan's security detail said, that they were on the sidewalk. And let me tell you, Harry and Meghan's security detail are not like some rinky-dink. These people have reputations. These people are on top of their game. These people need to keep their reputations pure for their own resume. They are not lying for Harry and Meghan. These people protect former heads of state. These people protect dignitaries, ambassadors, huge stars that generate billions of dollars for companies. They are not going to ruin their gravy train for Harry and Meghan. Like, what's not clicking? But let's get into what he all said. He said, after a few minutes, the security guard grew concerned about the photographers and asked them to return to the police station. The guard thought they were too exposed and didn't want their location shared more widely. Now, the funny thing is, there's a bunch of derangers and haters being like, 10 minutes turned into 2 hours. You guys should be arrested for lying. Shut up, idiots. God, like, you know what the funny thing is? The people that hate Harry and Meghan are so stupid in their hate that even when somebody says, yeah, Harry turned green and Meghan grew a tail, they'll sit there and laugh and scoff instead of being like, this doesn't even make sense. Because as the security detail pointed out, and I just want to put it in this, right? The security detail says what actually happened was the chase went on for about an hour and a half. Again, when I say they were following, telling them, because even the security guard thinks that they were trying to find out the location where Harry and Meghan were staying. The location where Archie and Lilibeth were staying. Again, I think this was meant to harass. I think it was meant to terrify. I think it was meant to send a message. And I think if somebody had gotten hurt out of their ordeal, I don't think the people that ordered them to be harassed and terrified would have been too mad. So what did they do? They kept trying to elude them. They couldn't. They called for police backup. The more police came, they then were escorted to the 19th District Police to hang out before the paparazzi went away. Again, why did they do that? Why didn't the police arrest anyone? Because the police thought they were just annoying paparazzi. And once they went to the police station, everybody scattered like bugs. So they're in the police station. The security detail got an idea. Now, was it a brilliant idea? No. But when people are under pressure, like, come on. So what happened? They decided to take Harry and Meghan's SUV they were at with the police escorts and go in a different direction. And all those paparazzis that had been following them ran too. However, 2 of the paparazzi hung back just in case. And that's when they saw that Harry and Meghan were escorted out the back into a taxi. But get this, people were like, well, why would they just get into a taxi? Because they didn't, dum-dums. What happened is that taxi even had police escorts, even in the video, one in the front and one in the back. Funny how that cab driver left this out. Now, I'm not saying the cab driver, but I am saying he was paid for the interview. Okay? That said, Harry and Meghan's security is paid. Life is a box of chocolate. Believe who you want to believe. Now, getting into this some more, Harry's security detail actually released a statement. This is coming from the Sussex camp. They are standing 10 toes down on this. You know, Harry and Meghan, they go to Matt for whatever they say. This is not one of those palace sources. They back it up. He was concerned about the principals, Harry and Meghan, but more about the public because the paparazzi were being so erratic. People were on sidewalks and crossing streets, and the paparazzi were crossing red lights. They said they did everything by the letter of the law. Consider this. The 3 main newspapers that are obsessed with Harry and Meghan and pump out hundreds of articles a day are not running this crash story. Nothing. Not even doubting. Nothing. Moreover, the NYPD confirms what happened to Prince Harry and Meghan. They left with an escort of NYPD officers when paparazzi followed them for 2 hours, with paparazzi chasing them in cars, motorcycles, and scooters. They stopped at the NYPD 19th precinct to switch to a taxi with more police escorts. Once they stopped at the 19th precinct, NYPD officers continued to yell at paparazzi to move back. NYPD already stated footage is under investigation, so they are pulling security things. 2 days ago, Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office arrested Kevin Garcia Valdovinos for stalking Harry and Meghan. Again, the derangers can say this is a blatant PR stunt. The NYPD is standing 10 toes down. So Piers Morgan can interview whoever they want. Charges will be filed. Harry has video. There will be consequences. But now to get to the bottom of who's doing this. After the Sussex were held at the 19th precinct, you can hear the pap shouting. They went straight. Then they shouted. They turned. When you read the taxi driver did not consider it a chase, that's because the taxi driver was after the use of a decoy with cops turned the opposite direction. So the taxi driver actually got in on the chase toward the end. Piers Morgan knows that. The British media knows that. No one's touching this except Piers Morgan, and he's in trouble with a trial. Moreover, right? Moreover, there's too much Anyway, listen, there's not much subterfuge needed. People are saying there must be consequences. One on security detail talked to CNN. One of the security detail talked to CNN, He was previously Secret Service. He said he had never experienced anything like this. He said it was definitely coordinated. Definitely more at risk than a photo. They were trying to find out a location. Buckingham Palace still has no comment. First, you removed Harry's security from him and you leak his location to the press when they fled to Canada. And now, after 1 week, you're officially king. Something like this happens. Something that coincidentally happened, like what happened to Harry's mother. You guys, listen. Listen. I do want to say this. I believe Meghan and Harry. I believe something untoward happened. I believe it terrified them. I believe it scared them. And I believe that there's more to the story coming out. And when it does, I think heads are going to roll, but not the ones that Piers Morgan wishes. Y'all, listen, keep you updated on this. Tomorrow's going to be a heavy Sussex upload day because we're going to have to upload the drop we're going to have to unpack the drama, but also Kate did some dumb stuff too. So we got to talk about that too. All right, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments and I will talk to you later. Bye.